Hi everyone. This is a review slash overview of the NuCanoe F10. I wanted to make this video because I feel like there isn't a lot of content on YouTube regarding the F10, and I'm hoping that this video will be helpful to people that are looking to buy this kayak. Um, the original video had really poor audio quality because it was very windy, and so I decided to do this voiceover instead. Um, Starting out in the front, in the video, I'm basically just pointing out that I have a trolling motor mounted on here. It's a um, Motor Guide XI3 45-pound thrust trolling motor. You have to buy a trolling motor mount, and then also NuCanoe sells a trolling motor mount that attaches to the bow of this boat. I'm also pointing out that I purchased from NuCanoe a wiring kit that comes with these connections that you can see that I mounted to the front of the kayak there. And inside the wiring runs to these quick connections here. I got those on Amazon for pretty cheap, and you can just solder them and put some of that heat shrink on there. Makes it easy to quickly connect and disconnect the battery. Speaking of the battery, it's a Dakota Lithium 54 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and there's a inline fuse on the positive wire as well. Um, these batteries are really nice. The only unfortunate thing, of course, is they're expensive. I think this one's about $500. In comparison to a lead acid battery, it's much lighter. You get way more charges out of it. It lasts longer than a lead acid battery equivalent. Um, and it's smaller as well. Um, I was out that particular day for maybe 4 hours using the petroleum motor off and on in really windy conditions, and I think I only used about 25% of the battery. So it's super nice if you can afford it, of course. Um, Another thing I'm pointing out here is these Yak Attack Roto Grip paddle holders. The one in the front, I actually drilled into the kayak or drilled through the kayak to mount this one on there. I'm trying to point out here in the rear, there actually were two threaded inserts already in the kayak, because that is the position that you would put the throttle plate from their like power kit or whatever you can purchase. Um, I'm also pointing out and talking about these footrests that are a additional purchase, of course. They mount to the T-Track system. They are originally a galvanized metal color, but I painted them black because I felt like it looked nicer. Um, and of course, this is the newer 360 Fusion seat. It's 360 because it swivels, of course, and that also the bottom frame mounts to the T-Track. You can adjust how far back the seat back reclines with this bracket on the side there with that connection on the side. And I also purchased a Yak Attack cup holder, super nice to have. You can put, of course, drinks in there, or you can put some tools in there. That mounts to the T-Track system as well. Another thing I purchased was this Yak Attack Black Pack. However, this is the NuCanoe version of it, which I don't know if it's much different in size, but it has hinges on the cover, which is really nice, rather than the elastic cord hinges that come with like the true Yak Attack version. And this thing, of course, mounts to the T-Track system in the back with these little buckles. So you can kind of cinch it down on there so it won't move. This black pack comes with 3 rod holders that mount to that box as well. And in the video, I'm basically trying to explain that the in the original condition, they're not able to slide back far enough. The left and the right rod holders are too long, and so this box won't sit back nicely. And I had to cut off about 1.5 inches on the left and right rod holder, and they still work just fine, in order for this box to sit back far enough and still mount to the T-tracks. I'm pointing out here that that's about how much further it would have extended over those scupper plugs, those scupper holes, by about 2 inches or so, and then it didn't sit evenly. So cutting off the bottoms of the rod holders made it work perfectly. And then I have the seat mounted back just far enough that it doesn't get in the way of the cover on the box, which allows me to have the most room in front um, on the floor. And also in this video, I think I'm just talking about the length of it being 10 feet long. I think it's about 38 inches wide. It's very stable for a short 10-foot kayak. So you can stand up if your feet are planted and spaced, evenly apart, or to the left and to the right. You definitely can't be walking around on the kayak, but standing up and fishing, casting works just fine. If it's windy, if it's wavy, if you're using the trolling motor, I would definitely suggest not standing up because that would be pretty risky. Um, but if it's calm and you're just kind of drifting, no problem standing up. It's actually very stable. Um, I'm also pointing out here that the flooring on there, it comes standard with 3 on each side of these uh, wedge foam decking pieces. And if you purchase the additional kit, you get all the extra pieces on the sides and on the back. Once there's some underneath the box, of course there's more up underneath the seat, some in the front, some on the front cover. It actually comes with quite a few pieces. And it just kind of dampens the noise from moving things around on top of the kayak there. So I think it's a little stealthier for fishing with all that extra flooring in there. I don't know what else I'm really explaining here. Probably the fact that I really enjoy the boat. It's easy to transport. Yeah, you can take off the trolling motor, take the battery out, take off the seat, take the box out of the back, take off the paddle, and it basically is, I think, close to about 70 pounds when you take all those other things off, and you can transport it very easily on the cart, even with everything on it. But I take everything off, put everything into the back of the SUV, and then I'll flip it upside down on top of the car and strap it down. And it's easy enough to do with one person. And I'm not quite sure what else I'm talking about here in the video, but I think I pretty much summarized everything. I'm just hoping that this video sheds a little light on this model of the NuCanoe kayaks and allows people to see that a 10-foot kayak is plenty to go fishing on. I really enjoy it. I've been bringing it to a few different lakes. Like I said, it's easy to transport, gives you plenty of options with a T-track system. You can mount just about everything on this, and it allows for tons of modifications. So you can comment down below if you have a question, or you can message me. Like I said, hopefully this is helpful to you. Thank you. Anyway, this is the NuCanoe